Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner, and this is my review for Star Season 2, Episode 2. Just like I said with Empire, go ahead and watch that review too. I like this episode better than I like the first episode of the season. It answered a few questions that I had about the first episode, like what the heck going on with these different things and why is High Heel dead and all this other stuff. So, in the opening scene of this episode, we come to find out that High Heel is actually still alive. Now, the reason I kept thinking, like, I could have swore they were showing, like, scenes from the whole season and he was still on there. Like, how they gonna kill him in the first episode to say that he's dead? But we come to find out it was fake. He faked his death. And he is currently at his brother's house with a gun to his brother's head, like, where my money at, son? Because remember, I think his mom told him that his brother took like the $200,000 that he had at his mom's house. So he looking for his brother to get his money. But I'm like, his brother's is it in Miami? Some damn where, I don't remember. But I'm like, it don't look like he got 200 grand sitting around that house nowhere. So you might be barking up the wrong tree. So he's like, look, mom told me you took the money. You know, I want my money back or I'm going to splatter your brains everywhere. They start tussling all on the ground and stuff and fighting over the gun. And then you see a third person come up like, stop. I'm like, no, why didn't this person just shoot? Turns out it's his nephew, his brother's son. His nephew is played by who? Evan Ross, who was also Tracy Ellis's Ross. Is it Evan Ross? I think his name was Evan. He's married to Ashley Simpson, or Ashley Simpson is married to him. He also played in the movie ATL with T.I. as the little brother. But he is playing High Heel's nephew. And I think Lance Gross posted a picture of like him, Evan Ross, Luke James, and all of them said I guess they were all going to be on Star. So I'm guessing that means that, you know, eventually within the season that Lance Gross will also have a cameo or some kind of scene. And also the guy who played Ricky Bell from the New Edition story, he was also in that picture. And yes, he is on this episode today. So, you know, his brother, he's like, look, I don't have the money anymore. So if you're going to shoot me, go ahead and shoot me because you ain't going to get no money. And if you feel like you ain't leaving here without something, take your damn nephew because he ain't doing nothing besides taking up space and opportunity. I'm like, you gonna just give your son away like that, brother? But, you know, it is what it is. So his nephew is like, you know, what a family reunion. So the next scene we see is Carlotta is in her wig room and the girls come in. They just up there chit-chatting and she's showing the different wigs and what the different wigs mean. Like, yeah, this is my going out wig. This is my chilling wig. This is my, you know, to make people think I'm crazy wig. Because she's going through all her wigs and everything. And, you know, she's telling the girls, you know, y'all have to get ready to meet with this new label here. Like, she ain't no joke. You know, you have to be ready to impress her. As we know, the girls have been on this label for 5 months and they ain't got anywhere since they've been there. But that's how it is with a lot of new artists. A lot of new artists that's on a new label. Sometimes you can't sit stagnant. Heck, sometimes they'll have old artists who change labels and they can sit stagnant. So I don't know why. I mean, y'all want a talent show. Yeah. You know. So Star was like, you know, it's okay, we can handle it. It don't matter how, you know, much of a bitch this new label head is. All they care about is likes on social media and uploads. Star thinks she knows everything. That's the one thing that irks me about her character. And I get that's her character flaw, is that she's too grown for her own mind, or she thinks she knows everything, and that's what keeps getting her in these different bad situations and that she has to overcome in one way or the other. But I'm like, she be having a whole lot to say about what to do to be successful, but she ain't got no success. I'm just saying. The girl is talented, but she irks my nerves. She really does. So the next thing we see is the label head, who her name is Ayana. She's played by Michael Michelle. And she's walking in like a dango 1998 Puffy video. I'm looking like, this is a straight 1998 scene, but you know, it is what it is. And again, we see Ricky Bell. Well, I'm not going to call that boy Ricky Bell. The guy who played Ricky Bell on the New Edition biopic is her assistant. I'm like, okay, I like that the actors from the New Edition story are getting roles besides playing those characters. I'm gonna learn more of their names. I mean, I know Keith Powers because I follow him on IG. He played Ronnie DeVoe, and I know Woody, who played Bobby Brown. You know, Luke James, who played, you know, Johnny Gill. But I don't know what this guy's real name is, but I know he played Ricky Bell. I'm going to learn his name, too. They did really good. I'm happy they're, you know, finding work. Anywho, he's like, you know, Karla Brown is in your office, but I'm still trying to wonder why, well, Karla Brown and the Big Trouble girls are in your office. He's like, but I'm still trying to figure out why they even on the label. And she's like, it ain't your job to know why. Thank you. Bye. And he's like, you know, whatever. So she's meeting with the ladies, and she's like, I'm not even gonna go through everything that she said. She basically was like, let me drink some water. My mouth is dry. You know, y'all are generic. I can find y'all or someone who looks like y'all on any given corner, on any given Instagram page, on any given, you know, social media site. I think y'all are, you know, y'all won a talent show. And that's really it. You know, to even be on a label from just winning a talent show, you're lucky. That's true. Again, they just won a talent show. So, of course, she also says how she does not like the lyrics, how the lyrics that they sing about is not, you know, anything special. She basically is honest with them. You know, she's like, y'all look is crazy. Y'all need a new look. She says how Alex is an ice queen, how Simone doesn't dress right for her body, but I think Simone has a nice shape. She then calls, she called star Rachel, the white woman who says she black, say she's transracial, Rachel Dolezal, call her because of the curly hair that she has. But she's like, you know, y'all look as tired too, y'all need a whole makeover. You know, and was like, that's my thought process on it. And of course the girls are not happy with that. So, you know, we go back to the salon and everything, and we see Cotton and Bruce talking, and Miss Bruce is like, I heard you talking to, you know what I'm saying, old boy who got you locked up on the phone. She's like, girl, yeah, he, you know, found out the terms of my probation, so he offered me a job. First of all, you can't put me in jail and then offer me a job. No, because you could have just not pressed charges. Okay? You could have did. But you did, so I'm pissed off. So Bruce is like, look, I don't know if you should trust it. And, you know, Cotton's like, you know, I don't know if I can trust him either. So Bruce is like, you know, don't do it if you want to get back with him. I guess that's meaning if you get there and you be around him, y'all gonna probably start to hook back up. And if that ain't what you want, just don't put yourself in that position. So the girls come in, well, it was Star and Alexandria, who they call Alex. And, you know, they're of course upset. And Bruce like, look, Alexandria, go do this. Star, go do that. Why we gotta do this? She's like, because I told y'all to, but of course they in the funk. So we see Alex is somewhere on her phone shopping, and she's like, I can't believe the thing she said about us. And Bruce like, what did she say? And she's like, well, she said, I'm an ice queen. And she was like, you are. And then Star was like, and she said that our look needs, and, you know, we need a makeup. She was like, y'all do. Whatever, we're fine. And that's Star's problem. She thinks they're great. She thinks they don't need any work. She thinks any critique that someone else gives her is hate, and she knows best. And that's not necessarily true. Sometimes a person can give you an opinion. It's not always hate. And sometimes someone can give you an opinion that you might not need to take, but you have to be open to someone else's opinion every once in a while. So we then see Bruce like, you know what? Come here, I'm gonna do something for y'all. And basically he gives them wigs. So they both have Alex has a short black haircut. He gives Bruce is a he. He gives Star the same cut, just in blonde. I mean, for me, I didn't like Star's hair. I thought it was really basic. It looked like a wig. It was cute, but at the same time, it wasn't cute. I liked Alex's cut more, I think. I do. I think I liked her cut more than I liked with a wig. It was a wig. But yeah, it was just different, but whatever. So we next see that Simone is at the still little half. I don't know if Simone is in the halfway house, if maybe she's in juvenile detention, because they're in like counseling sessions. Like some of the girls are wearing like prison jumpsuits, but she's able to come and go as she pleases. Not as she pleases, but she's able to come and go. you know, when she has to. So they're in, you know, the little counseling session and whatever. And the plus size girl, and I'm going to call her a plus size girl because I'm a plus size girl too, is talking about how her mother didn't come see her. You know, she's kind of sad about that, but she doesn't know why her mom's not coming to see her. And the girl sitting next to her said, probably because she ain't never wanted you. I'm looking like, damn, that's harsh. Now, this is the same girl who stole Simone's shoes. And the other girl was with her with the knives. These is the same big girl. And when the girl, she then says, why can't the superstar talk? And the counselor was like, Simone can talk whenever she's ready. She doesn't have to talk right now. She's like, I'm just saying, why can't she talk? You know what I'm saying? She's the one that got the little perfect life or whatever. And she's a superstar and crap. And she has a white sister named Star. Ha 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 ha. So her friend says, man, why you doing that to her? You know, just cut it out. You're going too far. What? Oh, you taking her side now? And then her and her friend is arguing. Then she get up and punches her friend and beats her friend up. Look, clearly this girl has many, many issues. She's in there for a reason. She's sad because her mom doesn't come to see her, but she's also a mean girl. You know, it's the balance of the two. It's a thing to where she's probably so hurt within herself that she's pushing that aggression out on other people. But somebody needs to let a little girl sit her ass down somewhere and don't be putting your hands on people, okay? Especially your friends. How you that mad? But, you know, security came in or the police people. And that was the weird thing. I'm like, because it was like correctional officers came in. And it's like, so Simone has like a cell. I'm like, where is she? Is that how juvenile detention centers are? I've never been to one, so I'm not sure. But, yeah, her and the girl starts to fight. So the correctional officer people come in and they break it up, and Simone is standing back looking like, oh my God, I really want to get out of here. The next thing we see is the girls are on a photo shoot because when they were talking to Bruce at the hair salon, Star was saying, we can shoot a music video and that would get the label head's attention. We can get some guys we can, you know, pay a couple dollars, or we can coerce them into shooting the video and we can upload it and get her attention. Yeah, that's what we can do. So, hence what they're doing, you know, they have these people there to shoot a video, and they are shooting this video. And it's basically a song where the chorus is like, you know, you don't know me, I'm not an ordinary girl. So basically it was them singing about the things that the label head said about them and things that that was just going on in their own head. Because there was one lyric where Simone said, I'm not the little quiet girl to be crying up in the counselor's office or to the therapist. And when after the two girls got into the fight, when Simone was leaving, I forgot that the girl who got beat up was sitting outside, and Simone stopped and said, you know, thank you for doing that. I know she's your friend, so I just want to say thank you. I knew that wasn't easy for you. And the girl was like, I just didn't feel like, you know, I didn't feel like having your sensitive ass crying, so I just told her to leave you alone. So it ain't nothing, you know. She's still my friend, but I just didn't feel like seeing you crying. And she didn't say it as in, I'm so sorry. She meant the thing like, I don't even really care about you that much. I just didn't feel like seeing you cry. So whatever. She was like, just go ahead with your perfect little life. Not knowing Simone's life ain't perfect. Hell, y'all know it ain't perfect because y'all keep robbing the damn girl. You had the big girl in the counseling session with Simone's damn shoes on. Ugh, just the nerve of people. So, anywho, they finished the video. I mean, the song was cool. The video was cool. The video scenes that they do on Star typically are pretty good. I'm happy they don't I kept wondering, I'm like, are they at a gym? Or they it's supposed to be mechanics? I just didn't get it because they was like sweating with towels and stuff. It was, you know, I think they were like mechanics or something, but who knows? It was a car they was riding around on, and it was just like, okay, whatever. So they recorded the video, they have it edited, and they have the biggest blogger come there who they want to post about their video. And who does the biggest blogger just happen to be on this episode? It is none other than Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris Jackson. And I mean, her scene was small. So, yeah. But, you know, her only deal was, okay, I'll post a video if, she gives me a kiss. And so, of course, they're like, oh, you want us a kiss? Okay. And she was like, not you. You. Talking about Simone. So Simone walked up and gave her a kiss, a seductive kiss. I'm looking like, y'all, okay, whatever. Make it do what it do. You had to do it for a kiss, and you know that it is what it is. So she agrees to put their video on her blog site. Next we see Hayo talking to his nephew. His nephew's like, you know, what happened? We thought you were dead. And he's like, you know, I got into some trouble. I basically faked my death to avoid being framed for 2 murders. But since the murderers have been found, or it came out, I can go back now because I won't be framed for the murders. His nephew, you know, who was Evan Ross. It's like, cool, I can go back to Atlanta with you. I can get in the music, bitch. She's like, no, you can stay here, you know, but give me a copy of your song and I'll see, you know, what I can do with you. Ain't come back with me. It was that whole thing. There's a little scene where Bruce was saying to Carlotta, Bruce called Carlotta because a new stylist had left a perm and somebody's hair too long and the girl's hair was falling out. So Carlotta at the record label, she'd been waiting for like an hour to speak to Ayana, and Ayana making her wait. And so when Bruce called, like, you gotta get here. You know, this person is tripping out. If she sues because we done made her hair fall out, I ain't going to court with you. So she's like, you know what, fine, I'll be in a minute. So when she get there, she just tell her she got, you know, 6 free visits to come and get her hair done. You know, Miss Bruce and Cotton like, you know, we can't afford that. I guess the shop ain't doing too well. I mean, hell, Cotton was in jail. She got with the girls. The other stylist, we know, she was killed last season. So I'm like, yeah, who do y'all have working there? But, you know, it is what it is. So she's like, look, I just have so much going on. I've got to get these girls together, trying to get the record labels together. And that's what we're trying to do. So as she's talking to them, all the girls walk in from doing this video, and she's like, where y'all been? You know, I've been at the label all day, but what y'all been doing? So I'm like, we shot a music video, and we had to upload it online. And she was like, now why would y'all do that? This lady already don't like y'all. Why would y'all antagonize her? And start like, you know, we did it because she's gonna have to notice us. And she was like, no, you uploaded the video. She could sue y'all and take us for everything that we have. And Bruce like, well, y'all ain't got much. So Carlotta wants them to take the video down. Of course, Star's like, I don't want to be taken down. You know, it's gonna make her notice us. It's gonna do this. It's gonna do that. Again, Star thinking she know what she's doing and thinking I can do whatever I have to do to make things work. But you can't do that when you're on a label. Okay? So, Noah. Ayana's talking to Noah. Noah is played by Luke James. He's the same guy from episode 1 who the girls saw at the club and wanted him to work with them. So she now has him in her office and she wants to sign him to her label. Basically telling him, look, you are a liability to other labels. You like fought your last label head. You know, you have all these issues. You're a bad boy. You know, your last hope is my label. She says that she wants to have a Hunger Games type of situation with the label, the artist on the label, since she wants to have a competition between them and the best, like, top 5 can go to, like, try to record an album, and then only the top person who wins will actually record an album to be like the face of this label. Kind of how most labels do with any other artist when a label is either starting out or rebranding themselves. So she telling him, you know, your home can be here. So as she's talking to him, Star walk in. I'm looking like, damn, she didn't knock. Where she come from, brother? And she's like, oh, hey, so you're basically doing the Hunger Games? And she, you know, she then says to her, maybe you should take a listen to our video. No, take a listen to our song, but also go online and see our video. She was like, oh, I already did. And I had it taken down. And she was like, so where does that leave me and my group? She was like, look, your group released company property without my consent. So basically, y'all are shelved permanently. And she's like, what? She's like, y'all are you know, you fucked up, Star. Okay? That's what it basically means. And again, it's because Star be doing things not knowing what she's doing. And that's why her character irks my nerve a little bit. And it's so hard to sometimes review this show because I don't want to seem biased that I don't like her. But it's like her antics drive me crazy. So when, you know, Ayana told Star, you know, your group was basically parked indefinitely, Noah was like, welcome to the Hunger Games. I'm like, okay, Noah, you got a little sense of humor. We like that, we like that, we like that. So next, you know, Star goes to tell the girls what happened. Like, okay, she said she's going to park us. You know, we can't do anything. The girls are not happy about it. And Star is still thinking like, oh no, she likes us. There was something in her eyes. She just can't admit it. She really likes us. We just have to keep working at it. And they're like, no, every time we take one step further, we take one step forward, we take two steps back. You know, something has to give. We're so tired of having to struggle. And my thing is, that's what all new artists are. But I guess all new artists also think they're just going to pop and everything's going to just work out. And that's not what's happening. So it's a good thing that they're not getting that instant fame that we thought they would. But however, I do agree with one of my commenters said last week, I would have enjoyed seeing them like make an album and that kind of stuff. All this other stuff was like, I don't, you know, I can take it or leave it. But Star was like, you know, we have to just keep grinding. And she then says, maybe we need to do management. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe Carlotta isn't the right person to get us there. You know, she's too old school. And Alex and Simone wasn't having it. They was like, you ruthless. No, we not firing her. She's family. Again, Star thinking she knows what's best for the group. I think sometimes she thinks she's the reason they are where they are. But they all are the reason that they are where they are, including Carlotta. So we see Carlotta and Bruce having a conversation, and Bruce is saying, look, you taking on too much between the girls in the shop. You can't do both. She's like, you know, you're right. I need you to run the shop for me. And he like, all right, cool. I can do that. I'm going to get some Asians in here. Give me some white people in here. And she like, nah, you know, before you do anything, you know, run it by me. I don't want you making my shop, you know, a bougie shop. He like, nah, it's going to be a bad and bougie shop. But my thing is, you should want someone to get clients in there. Why would you want your shop to continue to struggle? That's just stupid. So, from that scene, we see High Heel. He's on his way back to Atlanta. He's at a gas station, but somebody like busts the window of the car, like, welcome back to Atlanta. I'm like, where you come from? How did you, I mean, did they follow him from, where? I mean, how did you find this man at a random gas station? Like, was you following him from Miami? That part kind of was like, what the hell? What the? But I guess it goes to show that he can't run for too long. You know, he's coming back. People gonna know he's back. The girls, of course, you know, Simone has to go back to the little halfway house thing. And Alex left to go back home next door. When she walked up on a porch, and she looks in and she sees Derek's like he's there on a computer, and she's like, oh, I'm finna go somewhere else. So she makes a phone call and she goes to like a clothing store. So Carlotta come home and she's talking to Star. Star then says how we in the group were talking, me and the girls were talking, and then we thought, well, no, I thought, you know, we needed to make some changes. And she's like, well, what kind of changes? Management changes. You know, I just think that maybe, you know, you are not the one to take us there. And Carlotta got quiet, and she says, well, you know, you're gonna say anything? She's like, no, I'm gonna let you finish talking. And she said, this is very hard for me. And she was like, no, it's not. She was like, you probably feel that way because you know it's the wrong thing to do. And Carlotta is finally honest with Star. She lets her know, you create your own problems. I'm not the problem. You are. You know, you made this video, got the group shelved, you slept with the label head, you know, then he got fired. You know, you keep creating these fires and I keep having to put them out for you because you're making your own drama. She was like, you know, you think that you're unique, but you're not unique. You're just selfish. Meaning she thinks she's doing these things because she's special and she can do things. And it's like, no, she's really doing these things for herself. She doesn't think about other people when she does things. She just thinks, okay, I'm gonna go do this and whatever happens, happens. And she then creates more drama that someone else does have to fix. So she leave her to have that little nugget of information in her head. So the next thing that we see is High Heel comes to Carlotta's house. Let's start the camera over. He, you know, knocks on the door. He kind of falls in when she opens the door. And I'm like, well, at least we know that they're on good terms, because if she had shot him and didn't know he was alive, then he would have opened the door. Well, she would have opened the door. He would have fell on the floor. So We then see them talking, and we find out that she actually helped him fake his death. So they have the flashback scene of her shooting him, and as she's dragging his body out, he's talking to her saying, make sure you get a lot of blood everywhere. And they then show them like driving to the desert and him saying, I have to get away. I'm so happy you came to help me. Had you not came and helped me, I don't know what I would have done. And then she's like, are you going to come back here ever? And he was like, no. He gave her the keys to his car, saying to give it to Cotton. And then he kissed her goodbye, and he leaves. So he also says that no one will ever know that she was one who helped him fake his death. And, he's basically back. And he gives her a bit of advice for the girls. When she says, the girls give me, headaches, and the label head, won't release anything. And she has all these demands for different things. And he was like, well, just give her something that she doesn't know that she wants. And just, give her something, but you can't keep fighting with her. And he's like, you've been back one day. But whatever. So we see that whole scene of her, I think he's like in a tub and she's like cleaning him off and everything like that. So that was a cute little different little scene. The next scene we see Cotton, and he accepts that man's job offer. The man who locked him up, the Asian man, I can't think what his name is right now. So we see that thing and he's like, will I get a parking? Cotton says to him, will I get a parking space? And he replies back to her, we'll talk about that on Monday morning, 9 a.m. So I guess she gonna take this job. We gonna see how this gonna go. But we see that Simone, who's walking back into the halfway house juvenile facility, and as she's walking through one of the cells, you see her look, and she's like, and then they pan over, and you see that the plus-size girl has hung herself in her cell at the door, because you see the red sneakers hanging in her legs, and she's, Simone starts crying, screaming for help. The girl's friend, who she beat up earlier, walk up, black eye and all, and she's in shock, and she just hugs her friend's legs and starts crying as her friend is hanging up. I'm like, oh my God, that's so sad. So that's a very sad scene. We then see Star, and she goes to the studio where Noah's at. Noah's like doing a song or whatever. She flip out like, I need the studio, so I need you to come out. And he like, man, whatever. She then picks up a chair like, you think I won't break this window? And you're like, man, you tripping. Man, come on, let's go. First of all, in what world does that work to where you can just walk up to someone's session and threaten? This is why I say she irks my nerves. Because these antics would never fly in the real world. Look, her ass would have been sitting there waiting had that been me. Sit your little white ass down and calm down. Even if it was Alex, sit your black ass down and calm down. But my thing is, you can't be the bully in a situation when you are... Because my thing is, you don't have any power. You don't have any clout. You don't even have a single out. So why is anyone bowing to her? Not even bowing, but just letting her... This bullshit. I'm like... So everybody gonna leave and give her the studio? Okay, whatever. The only part I like is that the engineer who was there wasn't for her antics, and he left. And she's like, what am I supposed to do? Running myself? He's like, I don't know what you're supposed to do, but it's track 3, I'm out. And he leaves, and she's there by herself. But again, I just feel like they are perpetuating her antics, and it irks my damn nerves. Irks my nerves, at least in this episode she did. So next we see Alex ain't went home yet. What is Alex doing? She trying on clothes and drinking champagne at her favorite dang on clothing store. Because she's a VIP client, they keep it open late for her. And she's like, hey, to the sales associate, have a glass of champagne with me. And she's like, oh, I don't know. She's like, aren't you off work anyway? And she's like, oh, yeah, I am. So the girl has some champagne with her. She's like, okay, I'm going to go bring up your clothes and get everything together. She walks to the register area, whatever. And she's like, oh, where's the bracelet? I must have misplaced it. I was like, is something wrong? And she's like, no, I think I just misplaced the bracelet or something that must be in the other room. And she was like, oh, it must be the champagne that we've been drinking. And the girl walks off. So I'm like, is Alex a kleptomaniac? And we see, yes, Alex ass stole that damn bracelet. She had it in her back pocket. And before she left out, she put it in her purse. I'm like, I think because Alex has no control over other things, she might have always been a kleptomaniac. Who knows? Anywho, so the last scene that we see is Carlotta goes back to see Ayana, and she has on her "Don't Fuck With Me" wig, that little purple weirdish wig, and she talked to her and she's like, look, I need you to put my girls back in the competition. You know, I need you to just trust that they know what they're doing. You know, they'll be good. You know, matter of fact, how about you put the music video back up? If it gets 500 likes within 5 days, you put it back in the showcase. If it doesn't, you can drop us and we'll walk away. And, you know, she kind of accepts it and everything, so that part is good. We then see Noah, and he goes back in the studio to help Star do her song. And Star sings a song, and about it being a bird. I think because I'm over Star's antics, I kind of wasn't listening much. I was just like, okay, whatever. Because they showed, like, Simone at the little halfway house in the girl's body being taken out, her friend walking beside her. That's when they showed Alex putting the bracelet in her purse. And it's just her, because he came in saying, you know, whatever you're going through, you need to get it out tonight. So I'll come help you do it or whatever. So go in the booth and get it out. And she sings a nice little song, a nice little ditty. And, you know, that's how the episode goes off. So, I just don't want every episode to be about Star going rogue and doing something dumb and then someone having to fix it. I mean, I'm kind of tired of that. But, that was the episode, people. You know, I can't make this shit up. This is what it is. So, until next time, people, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give a thumbs up to the like button. And until next time.